I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together, we are Pajamas. You feeling refreshed after your little nap?
Yes.
You ready for episode 10?
Yes.
Get to find out what's going on with this, Are You My Mommy?
Indeed, it's
thing.
very curious.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Episode 10. Whatever this is called, part 2. P.S. This is totally grape juice. Wink, wink. Oh, we can to episode 10 with our grape juice.
Go to your room. I'm very, very angry with you. I'm very, very cross.
What?
So that was the solution to that problem.
Yeah. At least we started where it left off, though. Like last episode, or the last review, I was worried about that.
I've been watching this house for ages, and I'd like another look round your kitchen cupboards. I was in a hurry the first time. Half this street thinks your missus must be messing about with Mr. Haverstock, the butcher, but she's not, is she? You are. I'd like to use your bathroom before I leave. Oh, look. There's the sweat on your brow.
It's got the power of a god, and I just sent it to its room. Groves of Villengard thought it was appropriate.
There's really a banana grove in the heart of Villengard, and you did that.
Bananas are good.
Who has a sonic screwdriver?
I do.
Who looks at a screwdriver and thinks, ooh, this could be a little more sonic?
What, you never been bored? 2, we can't get out of here. Have I missed anything?
Yeah. Jack just disappeared.
And how are you going to send it?
I don't know, stick it in an envelope. You can't even read or write. I don't need to, I've got a machine.
Will you stop making that noise?
It's vanished into thin air. Why is it always the great-looking ones who do that?
I'm making an effort not to be insulted.
I mean, men.
Okay, thanks. Really helpful. The child can on-com too, even the TARDIS phone.
What, you mean the child can phone us?
And I can hear you.
You got the moves? Show me your moves.
He's trying to free you, Rose. Now is not the time.
The world doesn't end with the Doctor dancing.
Okay.
He's not really a captain, Rose.
I think you're experiencing captain envy.
Burnt my hand on the console when we landed. All better now. They activate when the bulkhead's sealed. Check you out for damage, fix any physical flaws.
I would like some of those, please.
Please, listen, you can't leave me here.
Watch there, Jenkins.
Yes, Mummy.
Don't worry, I can handle it.
I've gotten to know Algie quite well since I've been in town. Trust me, you're not his type. Don't wait up.
Relax. He's a 51st century guy. He's just a bit more flexible when it comes to dancing.
What? That's what we do when we get out there. Seek new life and...
Dance.
I think they handled that pretty well.
It's not me. Algie outspored, it's me.
Not me.
Uh-oh.
It's me, Jack.
Captain, secure those gates.
Why?
Just do it.
Why?
The Germans don't come here, they don't win. Don't tell anyone I told you so.
That weapons tech in the hands of an hysterical 4-year-old looking for his mummy. And now there's an army of them. Nancy, what age are you? 20? 21? Old enough to give birth anyway. He's not your brother, is he? Teenage single mother in 1941.
Yeah.
Rose!
Yeah?
Goodbye!
When I come to the hospital, I had one leg.
There's a war on. Is it possible you miscounted?
Look at you beaming away like your Father Christmas.
Who says I'm not red bicycle when you were 12?
What?
Last time I was sentenced to death, I ordered 4 hyper vodkas. Woke up in bed with both my executioners.
I think Captain Jack needs a dance partner. He seems to be all by himself. I volunteer.
I'm glad that they didn't kill this handsome one.
Yeah, it's like he's too pretty to die. Don't take this one from us.
But they already did the other one.
Well, the other one's also not on their own show.
Yeah.
So I was kind of hoping that they would somehow figure that out. All right, let's go to the review. So I would say that was a satisfactory end to this one.
Yes, and it was done very well the way that it was set during a time when the little tiny things would try to fix humanity. And the Second World War, one of the things that caused it was because a group of people wanted to, from their point of view, fix humanity.
Oh, yeah.
Making everyone actually look very much the same.
Yeah.
Very much looking the same, and they also sounded the same, acted the same. And, of course, with the way that they were programmed, and they were targeting everyone, then reminded me of the Lebensborn. When the children were basically, well, I suppose that one word that could work is programmed to be a certain way.
I mean, technically all children are programmed to be a certain way.
Yes, but not exactly like this, but in the form of child psychology.
Right. Yeah. In the end, it's interesting because in the last episode I said that I was waiting for the World War II Hitler era episode, but they also, not only did they choose that period in time, but they also made it extremely appropriate for like the overlying message of what the nanogenes were doing.
Yes.
Alien Hitler landed on Earth and didn't know any better.
And something similar like this would happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about it that way. That's very interesting.
She really needs to stop tampering with history.
I
really think that she could have calmed Nancy down in another way instead of revealing the truth that, and well, yes, it is true, in the end, England wins. And of course, they did think that the world, it certainly did seem like it was ending, since, well, they were much closer to the vicinity and the bombs were dropping. Would there be an England 50 years from now?
Yeah.
But she could have said something like she was from the future, and she could assure her that in the end things are going to be all right without giving away. She could have remembered the last time with the butterfly effect, but it seems that even that didn't teach her to... Oh, face it, I don't think that anything will teach her to stop tampering with history.
Yeah. She's at least, like with the last, or with 2 episodes ago with her dad, as we discussed, she had, like, you can understand why she did it. And here, would Nancy have been as willing to come clean about her relationship with her son if she actually thought the world was going to end? What's the point? The world's going to end. There's no point. So
it also may have given her hope.
Yeah.
When she actually did come clean about what she was, and very importantly, was English and not German.
Yeah.
So it could have been still to a sense of hope, but She must keep this information of time travelers and things like
Yeah.
that. Make sure to tell her before leaving that this must be kept a secret.
How many people are just going to know about Rose and the Doctor and time traveling by the time this series is over? Oh my gosh. Rose, stop it. I understand the last 2 times. I do. I just defended you. But in general, stop it.
Hey, remember the man that seemed to be like a conspiracy theorist that kept on telling her about the Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
That maybe these are references historically to this Doctor, and this whole time it's Rose and the Doctor that's bringing up all this. We're seeing a foreshadow of episodes to come.
That could be, yeah. I guess we'll know when we get to a JFK episode. Overall, I thought it was an adequate second act, or second half to the story. It gave us reason, motive, and solution in a way that I thought was well done.
Go to your room was, though, a little too silly, but...
Yeah.
Well, they could have done the
floor thing, yeah.
Easily.
That's one of those things, like, in episode 1 or 2, I think I would have been, like, more nitpicky about that, but I'm kind of relaxing a bit on... Because once I just realized, this was James Bond in space, it's just some of the wackiness I just kind of have to let go.
As a sort of comic relief so that the whole series isn't too serious. Like how, for example, sometimes in a drama film, there will be 1 or 2 scenes that are lighthearted.
Well, not just that, it's also him saying, go to your room. Like, there was no evidence that was going to work. There was never any foreshadowing or any clues dropped that was...
Indeed.
So it's just like...
admitted that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, again, I've said it before, if that didn't work, what were you going to do? And I'm not going to harp on it like I did in the past, because it's just part of the story. So I'm assuming if that didn't work, then Captain Jack would have just made the hole in the floor and they would have fallen. I mean, so I assume the end solution would have been to that. I hope. Because I don't know.
Well, they couldn't try the wall.
That is true, yeah.
So there's nothing left to use except the floor.
But, yeah. Very, interesting. I think my favorite part of it was just how they overlapped the story with history. Like, that was just really very clever on the way they did that.
A clever use of symbolism.
Yeah.
To blend the history and the science fiction together.
Yeah. Interesting use of the time period, interesting use of the history, and we got some eye candy for 2 episodes.
Indeed.
So, no complaints. Anything else you would like to add?
No, except you mentioned that he's on a show of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see his show sometime?
Maybe. We have a billion seasons of Doctor Who to go through. So, since we can only do like 2 to 4 per week, we're going to be on this for a while.
Don't worry, I can wait. Besides, the more that we wait, the more satisfying it will be when we finally get to it. Although
if we were watching the show, like, everything in a linear fashion, because there's another show. It's like Doctor Who, Torchwood, and something else. So it's like when I was watching The Flash and Arrow. Like, they would, because they're in the same universe, so they would have crossover. So you'd have to like watch things in certain orders to get the other side of the plot. So with Torchwood, at some point you would watch this episode and then go back to Torchwood, kind of thing. But we're not doing that. We're just watching Doctor Who, and we just happen to be
enamored by hunky McGorgeousness.
That is one way to put it. Yes. But that is now, let's see, we had 4 and 5 were in. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we had 5 in a row. We're on a 5-episode streak of good Doctor Who episodes. So that's awesome. And we have 11, 12, 13, and then the Christmas one to round it out. So
far it's off to a good streak then, would you say?
Well, I'm hoping that it finishes up as strong as it's just kind of building momentum for itself. And yeah, I'm hoping that it can maintain that momentum through the end. But we'll find out when we get to them. Anything else you'd like to add? Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this episode. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I'll simply say thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one, episode 11. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.